Ole Miss fans need a hotel for the game weekend? Many OTAs keep all the commissions, but at Fan Plans, you still get your loyalty points, receive direct confirmation from the hotel, and you support Rebel Grove. Visit fanplans.com/Rebel Grove today.
Welcome to another week of The Butcher versus the Spin Instructor by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neil McCready. That is Greg Jones of LB's Meat Market. Campbell McCready from Zen Studios in Fayetteville, back in Oxford for the Thanksgiving break. So it's good to have her here, and always good to be with you guys. We'll go through the picks. A big rivalry weekend in college football, a lot of games to get Greg and Campbell's thoughts on. First, I want to tell you about LB's Meat Market, 2008, University Avenue in Oxford, right across from Kroger. You see Kroger, let it be a landmark. Head over across the street, get the freshest cuts. You're going to hear this or see this right before Thanksgiving. You know what happens come Friday. It means all the holiday parties, all of the planning for Christmas and New Year's and all of that stuff. It comes quick when Thanksgiving comes and goes and everybody gets tired of turkey. Almost immediately, you're ready to do some other things. And I highly suggest LB's, whether it's beef or pork or chicken or lamb or fresh house-made sausages or the stuffed jalapenos, the stuffed mushrooms. They got fresh fish every Thursday coming in. So many options to choose from, and you get wonderful service. It's always clean. It's always nice. Greg's there to help you if you're like, I'm going to try something different. Greg always has suggestions of new things you can try, whether it's a picanha or a skirt steak or flank steak or different types of fish or whatnot. Greg can always help you. Always people there in there to help. So it's LB's Meat Market, 2008, University Avenue in Oxford. We'll talk more about LB's in just a minute. Speaking of LB's, Greg, Campbell, how are you guys?
Doing good.
So, Greg, we're taping this on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I know Thanksgiving's probably not you're busy. You got stuff.
Yeah, we've got turkey. I mean, we do the free range Choice Farms turkey. So like, it's a real turkey. It's not like, a butterball turkey. So, I mean, you can actually taste the difference between a real turkey and and that's just, and a lot of people think that, just because it's a turkey and you can, do it's a big difference between a free range turkey and and one of those butterballs. But yeah, I've got a couple of those left over, and I'm actually going to be closed Thursday and Friday. I just assumed everybody was going to probably hope to finish everything that they started on Thursday on Friday, and then I'm assuming people Saturday are watching football and eat some beef and get out. So it gives me 2-day break, and so we'll have everything cleaned out Wednesday by 3:00. And then Saturday, I'm going to come in early and stock everything up and have a Saturday and Sunday, a normal weekend. So, yeah, it's just it's kind of weird with the Thanksgiving holidays. It's one of the 8 holidays were closed, days were closed. So, yeah, it's just a good time to get out.
Awesome. All right, Campbell, good to have you home. You having a nice Thanksgiving break?
Yep, we got back last night, but just excited to have a week at home and just hanging out.
Yeah, glad to have you guys home. I haven't been able to get off the phone yet. There's a story that's percolating, as you all know, so working on that. Hopefully I get a break at some point too. I'm jealous of 2 days off, Greg. Right now, 2 days off sounds like a week at the beach.
Oh man, so I think I'm going to turn my phone off and everything, and try to figure out how I'm going to rename this famous special that we had up here at LB's going.
Yeah, I mean, what a crazy time. All right.
It'd be a good poll question for us to post. What should we name the new filet special?
Assuming that something happens.
Yeah, assuming like something, like drastically happens and something, a crater. hits the moon. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll put that up at rebelgrove.com at some point this weekend. What should they
I would pretty sure. I mean,
be renamed? What suggestion do you have for the it's an 8-ounce fillet or 10-ounce fillet?
It's the 5 to 6 ounce bacon wrap fillet. It's $12. I mean, it's usually called the Lane Train Special, and it still might be called the Lane Train Special. I don't know. I doubt there's a particular dollar amount that is going to be thrown my way to keep it the Lane Train Special, because when he's gone, he's gone. So, and with that being said, yeah, we got to figure something out.
All right, well, we'll help in that regard if that eventuality comes to pass. Greg, you went 3-8 last week. The girls
ice cream didn't work.
Ice cream didn't work. Girls teamed up on you, and they went 6-5. So Campbell is now 59-60. Greg is 54-65. Campbell has built a 5-game lead. So still plenty of time. I'm behind 6 games in my deal with Tyler, and I only have 2 weeks to close the gap, and it's Panic City. You're not Panic City yet, but you're on the outskirts of Panic City. You can, when the kids say, "Hey, Dad,"
no ice cream today. So I'm all serious. I'm serious on this. No ice cream today. So I'm punishing myself for the going 3-6.
Okay, well, we start with the Thanksgiving game. Should be interesting. I'm anticipating an interesting Thursday night at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. Mississippi State heads to Oxford to play Ole Miss. This game's at 6:00. It's on ESPN. Mississippi State, Campbell, you go first since you won the week. Mississippi State is a 3-point underdog.
Regardless of everything happening, I'll go with Ole Miss. I feel bad for them after last week. Arkansas really pulled through for that game, and Ole Miss kind of got beat up by Arkansas, so I feel bad for them. So I'll go with Ole Miss.
That is shade right there. That is salt and shade. Just
yeah.
All right.
I feel bad for y'all, so I'm just gonna throw a game lead because I'm up on Greg.
She's gonna take Ole Miss and lay 3 points, Greg.
I have to take Ole Miss, but I've seen this story and I know how it ends. So, with that being said, it just is what it is. We might be completely wrong. I don't know.
We haven't done Neil's picks yet, but if I had to do them right this moment, I would take Mississippi State in my 3 points. I hope I'm wrong for everybody's sake. But all right, Greg, it's a big game in the AAC on Friday. We got 3 games we're going to pick on Friday. 19th ranked Tulane heads to 21st ranked Cincinnati. The winner of this game will play in the American Athletic Conference Championship game. Actually, will host the game against UCF. Tulane, Greg, is a 2-point underdog at Cincy.
I don't know. She's going to go with the green angle, so I'm going to go Cincinnati just because I'm hoping she takes Tulane in the green angle.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pulling out all the stops. I know her moves, so I'm hoping that I can catch her on her moves.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're taking Tulane because you've got the green, you've got other connections as well. Tulane, you can get 2 points here at Cincinnati.
Yep, I'm gonna go with Tulane. Yep, I got the green angle, and my roommate's dad was a Tulane coach. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
You're right, Greg, but not fully because of green. So.
Bobby's dad, Jeff Conway, the former Tulane wide receiver coach, longtime Tulane wide receiver coach. He's now the Chi-O flag football coach.
Yes.
At Arkansas. So he the last time I saw Jeff, I said, congratulations on the big win over Kappa Gamma. And he was like, yeah, we schemed that one up and got it. So
unfortunately, the one game he was not the coach, they lost in the semifinals. So clearly he left a mark on the team.
He left his team after the semifinals. Boy, y'all must have been very uncoachable. That's all.
I wasn't I'm not really built for any sort of sport. So I was a cheerleader on the side, I guess you could say.
I love how she said sport, no sports, just sport.
Just sport, yeah. All right, Campbell, back into the SEC. It's your Razorbacks coming off of the win over Ole Miss. They head to Columbia, Missouri. This game's at 2:30 on CBS on Friday. Arkansas, Campbell's a 3.5-point favorite.
Got to go with Arkansas, obviously.
All right, Greg, she's going to take the Razorbacks in Como against Eli Drinkwitz's Tigers. What do you think?
Wait, is it South Carolina or is it Missouri?
This is Missouri.
Oh, yeah. I'll go with Arkansas. I can't. I'm not going to try to catch one on it right here. Missouri's bad.
Yeah, I think so. As long as Jefferson plays, I like Arkansas's chances here. The Battle of Florida is Friday night. It's Florida versus Florida State. This game in Tallahassee, a town that no one has ever called scenic. It's at 6:30 on ABC. The Seminoles, Campbell, are no, it's Greg. It's your turn. The Seminoles, Greg, are giving 9.5 points to the Gators.
I'm probably going to go Florida State. I think Florida's in a little bit on the disaster mode. So I might be wrong, and probably Florida win by a field goal probably.
Florida lost at Vanderbilt last week, Campbell. So that's,
did Vanderbilt get fined for the students running the field?
yeah, and I'm protesting that. I don't think Vanderbilt should ever be fined. And they if you watched the replay when they won, they got on the field in single file. I mean, they were. It was very orderly.
They were very smart about it, which I was, it was par for the course.
Nobody got hurt. It was fine. They get to do that once every decade. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. They got a chance to win a conference game at home. Leave them alone. They
back wins.
Yeah, they came on the field just to walk around for a minute. Let them be. Don't fine them for it.
They're like, wow, this is what the football field's like.
Yeah, be nice. Be nice. All right, Campbell, it's your turn, though. You want to go Seminoles minus the 9.5, or are you going to risk it with the Gators and get the points?
I'll go with Florida State.
Oh. Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, Campbell, it's number 1 ranked Georgia. Final game of the regular season, 11 a.m. on Saturday. The rest of these games are on Saturday. ESPN. Georgia's facing arch rival Georgia Tech in Athens. The Bulldogs are giving 35 points.
I'll just go with Georgia here.
It's consistency, Greg. I mean, she's just
yeah.
There's
a reason why she's always at 500 and she's peaking over 500.
This is also reflective. Sometimes, Campbell, I hope this doesn't make you mad. This is sometimes reflective of her Discover card, Bill. I mean, sometimes she's sitting back on like she's like
hey,
she looks like the bookie right now. She looks like the bookie, like she's in charge. Like, yeah, this is the bet, Georgia.
Well, my Discover bill I don't think is as bad as my sister's. So
it's true.
And I buy groceries to feed myself. I don't live in a sorority house with food.
That is true.
So,
fair point. It's a fair point. All right, Greg, she's going to lay 35 here.
I'm going to lay it with her. I can't take Georgia Tech. They're bad. And but these rival games, they do bring out the best in some teams. So, but hopefully Georgia takes care of business.
Boy, that's a lot of points. All right, the big game nationally. This is the one that everybody is watching. It's 3rd-ranked Michigan headed to Columbus, Ohio, to face number 2 Ohio State. This game 11 a.m. on Fox. I think, Greg, is it your turn? Yeah, it is. Michigan, I should say, is a 7.5-point underdog. You get the touchdown and a hook at Ohio State.
I'm just going to go Ohio State here. Harbaugh really hasn't had a good record against Ohio State. I think he's won in a lot. He's had a good record with everybody else. So I'm just going to go with the numbers here and just take Ohio State.
All right, Campbell. Greg's going to take Ohio State. He's going to lay 7.5 against Michigan. What do you think?
I'll go with Ohio State as well. I don't have a reason, but that's what I'm going to do.
I'm tempted to go Michigan on that game, so I'm curious. All right, another big game. South Carolina coming off a big win over Tennessee, big home win over Tennessee. They got fined too. They stormed the field. They were not as orderly as Vanderbilt was storming the field. South Carolina they appeared to have been alcohol consumed the way they were storming the field. Vanderbilt looked like they had just gotten in from the library and were going back to the library in a moment. They just wanted to meander around the football field for a moment. South Carolina, Campbell, is getting 14.5 points at number 7 Clemson. This game is 11 a.m. on ABC.
I don't think I picked South Carolina last week, so I'll just go with Clemson. I don't know. I think my friends switched my angle.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you would have. You would have.
I would have, but my friend
was going to be a big time pick, and they talked you into Tennessee.
Yeah, wait, was I wrong on that one?
Yeah, South Carolina.
Well, you're
Oh,
dead
well
right.
then I let's switch back. I'll go South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Greg, what do you
And Clemson's orange too. So
Yeah, there you go.
I got to go South Carolina too. I can't pull out. I mean, I think that's too many points, and they played really good last week. So I mean, why not?
Yeah, I'm with both of you guys. All right, Greg's Battle of Kentucky, Louisville. Your adopted state. Louisville heads to Lexington. This game's at 2:00 on the SEC network. The Cardinals getting 3.5 at Kentucky.
Man, it's a tough game. Man, Kentucky looked bad. Well, they showed some heart yesterday. I mean, in the all black uniforms, I think that's what it was. I'm gonna go Louisville for some strange reason. I'm gonna go Louisville.
All right, Campbell. Greg's going to take Louisville and get 3.5 points in Lexington against the Wildcats. What do you think?
I'll go with Kentucky.
Okay. All right.
Kentucky's the lock of the week now.
All right. Yeah, Kentucky. I kind of like Kentucky here too, but boy, they've been weird. So that's a tough pick.
I will say I was in Lexington Tuesday night whenever at a bar with a bunch of Kentucky fans, and they lost a basketball game, and that was really kind of funny to watch because they take their basketball very, very, very seriously.
Very seriously, no question. All right, a team that I have a feeling, maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm glad because it means I'm not having to cover a coaching search. But I have a feeling this is going to be the most hated team in Oxford next year. They head to Alabama. Auburn is a 22-point underdog at 8th-ranked Alabama. This game 2:30 on CBS. Campbell, what do you think?
I'll go with Alabama here. I don't pick Auburn either.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were ahead of the curve in Oxford on hating Auburn. So congratulations. You, I think, are going to end up being a trendsetter if my gut is correct. Greg, she's going to take the Tide and lay 22.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like Cadillac Williams, and I would, I just I hate Auburn so much, man.
Yeah.
But what if Cadillac Williams pulls the upset and then they still don't hire him? That'd be like the shoulda, coulda, woulda hired ever.
Yeah, I have.
No,
I just don't think it's going to happen, even if he wants.
I'm going to go with Alabama. Let's see. Let's just go with Alabama.
A game that I actually want to go see one day. It's a rivalry game. It's the Battle of Oregon, Greg. Oregon and Oregon State, 2:30 on ABC. The Ducks giving 3.5 on the road in Corvallis against the Beavers. What do you think?
I've been to Oregon and I've been to Corvallis and Eugene. It's a beautiful country there.
Yeah.
What Animal House filmed at Oregon State? I'm pretty sure something like that. Maybe that's for the Googles. Yeah. No, I'm going to go Oregon State. I'm a Beaver kind of guy. I'm not a Duck kind of guy.
All right, Campbell. He's going to go with Oregon State in their black and orange uniforms. Oregon, of course, wears the green. Here's your challenge on the road. Are you gonna take green on the road and lay points?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Oregon. I got to stick with my green angle and orange. I didn't know what Oregon State's colors were, but orange and black sounds really awful. So there we go. I'm gonna go with Oregon.
All right, Campbell, we head back to the SEC. It's a Saturday night game, 6:00. LSU's at Texas A&M. The Tigers headed to the SEC championship game next week to face Georgia, but this week they wrap it up the regular season in College Station as a 10-point favorite against Texas A&M. Again, 6:00 ESPN. What do you think?
I'll go with LSU.
Yeah, it's probably a smart pick. Greg, she's going to take the Tigers and lay 10 points in College Station. This is a rivalry game, and sometimes it gets a little weird, but up to you.
No, it's not going to get weird. I just think LSU's playing too good, and they. With that being said, I think they're 2 touchdowns better, so I can't disagree with her on this one.
All
the
right.
bookie's right.
All right, Greg. Vanderbilt trying to get to 6-6 and bowl eligible, and all that they have to do is beat Tennessee without Hendon Hooker. The Vols quarterback, unfortunately, bless him, he had a wonderful career. He's a great kid, Hendon Hooker. Tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the season. So Tennessee, with a backup quarterback, marches into Nashville to face the Commodores, my guy Clark Lee and his pretty head. He gets a shot at bowl eligibility with a win over the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee, Greg, is a 15-point favorite.
I'm going to go.
SEC
I told myself I would not, because they're bad, but they're changing. Like the culture's changing. Fans are going on the field after games. I'm going to go Vanderbilt here. And might even dabble a little on the money line.
Oh my goodness!
That would be the upset of the year.
What a moment this would be on Saturday night if the Commodores pull this off. Campbell and them are going to be, what's Daddy yelling about? And it'll be doors. My man Clark Lee and his shiny head and a victory for bald guys everywhere. It's a great. This would be one of those historic moments when really people would stop and you would remember where you were the night that Vanderbilt beat Tennessee to become bowl eligible. Campbell, Greg is going doors plus 15. What say you?
I gotta go Tennessee.
Oh wow! But Tennessee's orange and it's terrible. You hate that color.
But I never picked Vanderbilt and it's worked for me. So
yeah,
it's
true.
The one time you picked Vanderbilt, it didn't work. So
true. You just want a dream to come true. Sometimes you want Cinderella to just leave with Prince Charming, and for people to not lose, for her not to lose her slipper, for her just to go and be happy and never have to go back and clean the floors again and have to worry about whether he'll come back with the slipper. And
surely Disney will do that eventually, right?
Why can't they just hit it off, right? Why can't they just hit it off and leave and go get a pizza and sit and talk and be like, we have so much in common. There's no reason for you to go back to there. Let's just go get married and live happily ever after.
Oh, you love Chinese too? That's great.
Yeah. You like Pop-Tarts? I do too. I mean, this is great. All right, one last game, Campbell. You get to pick it first because it's the 11th game and there's not a 12th. Notre Dame, 13th ranked Fighting Irish. They head out to Los Angeles to play 5th ranked Southern Cal. This game is 6:30 on ABC. The Fighting Irish are getting 5.5 points on the road at USC.
I'll go with USC.
Oh, okay. All right, Greg. She did not go green there. She went with USC. She's laying the 5.5 against the Irish. What do you say?
I'm going to have to go with you, Notre Dame here. This is where I guess I'm going to get a game on her right here because she wants to go sit in traffic in Los Angeles.
I like the Irish here too. For some reason, I have just a funny feeling into the season, trying to get into the playoff, and this is when these things sort themselves out. This feels like a sorter outer, if you will. All right, we'll wrap it there. Greg's got stuff to do. Greg, how can people get in touch with you? You're off Thursday, you're off Friday, but if people want to get to you on Saturday and Sunday, how do they do it?
You just call the store 662-259-2999. I'll be getting an order Wednesday, and it'll be the only order I'll get until next Monday. So I was trying to, kind of clean the store out because we, kind of have some perishable goods and need to be handled properly. But I'm going to clean the store out Wednesday by 3:00, and then we'll stock it back up Saturday. And I know there'll be some people wanting some beef or, some chicken and some stuff that, isn't, traditional, Thanksgiving. So should be ready to rock and roll Saturday at about 10:00.
I have a feeling we will be some of those people. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
We might even bring out the new name Saturday on the filet special.
Okay.
If everything,
things have gone down. Yeah, for sure.
Who knows?
Going to be an interesting weekend. All right, Greg, as always, thanks so much. Campbell, you too. Hope both of you and all the people listening have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're traveling for Thanksgiving, whether it's to Oxford or to see family and friends, whatever the case may be, please be careful on the roads because we want you back next week when we have championship week and we pick all the championship games all over the country, LSU and Georgia in the SEC title game. There'll be other games we'll pick. Have some fun here on The Butcher versus the Spin Instructor presented by LB's Meat Market. For Campbell and Greg, I'm Neil. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care.